listening to 80s classics. All week, man. What's going on? It was the summer of 69. Oh, yeah. The best night of my life. I need to do an album. I'm going to have to do some music. Get on some tracks, do some songs. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on. How y'all feel, man? How's everybody doing tonight? That's funny. To build a positive live chat experience for you and your viewers. Choose who can participate. Set a delay between messages. Hide or put people. Oh, okay. In case they get in the chat and go sideways. I got a sty on my left eye that hurt so bad. I'm putting a warm compress on it. Seemed like it just, this mug is hanging on. Jesus' name, man, I'm healed. Man, I got some interesting topics to bring up, man. I'm gonna get into it in a minute. I appreciate y'all piling in. Holla at me, man. What y'all think about chicks with wigs, BBLs, breast implants, all of these enhancements? I'd really love to know. Who playing tonight? Is any games on right now? NBA. Who playing right now? Brian Jones. Baba Samurai. Charlie dressed like he got third place in a parkour. Whatever, dog. That's funny. I'm here. Hey, Carlton Banks, what's going on, man? Brian Jones tried to jump on stage at a T-Pain concert, man. When Apple Bottom Jeans came on, dog lost his mind and charged the stage like that dude who tried to tackle Dave Chappelle. Sub-Zero, what's going on? Brian Jones is a weirdo. He sent Brian Jones. Rihanna got a restraining order on Brian Jones because he tried to send her a pint of his blood. Dog got Rihanna's address and tried to mail her a pint of blood, and security intercepted it. Like, hey, man, you know a Brian Jones who's been sending you blood? Man, we got to put a restraining order on my man's. My man is out here sending celebrities his own blood. Oh, my God. Hey, how it sound, man? I'm trying to perfect this. Saw the video a few days ago with your baby girl. That was real heartfelt. Oh, you talking about the one where I was dancing? Man, I be clowning. I'm having such a good time just creating my own content. It's so crazy, man. I have to put so much into my environment for it to be peaceful. I got to guard it from certain things and certain people just to be able to create. But when I'm in a peaceful environment, man, I just be having a good time. Oh, the one about catching that hot one. Oh yeah, my oldest daughter. Yeah, she was on the front porch when I got when I got hit with that bullet, bro. Brian Jones, it's all love, family. Oh, that's Jenny in the shorts video. Yeah, Jenny Cole. Jenny super bad, man. Yeah, my baby girl was on the front porch. Hopefully, she'll come through today. That's why I brought out the extra chair. I want her to tell the story about how she was on the front porch the day that I got hit by that bullet. Like it literally went in between both of them. It was crazy. Man, I'm so grateful that like she be in therapy every now and then. I wish I would have had the knowledge to put them babies in therapy immediately. And that's what I will say to anybody who has children. They go through something traumatic with you, put them in therapy immediately, man. I read that about Kenya Barris, the dude who made Blackish, a couple other shows. He's got a development deal with Netflix now, but he said he watched his mom shoot his dad when he was like 5. And he said right after that, his mom put him in therapy. And he was in therapy for like 10 years or something like that. And I wish that I would have done that for my children. You know what I'm saying? Like immediately, especially us as Black people, like even poverty to a certain degree is trauma. Your kids watch you not being able to provide, that's never been the case with me, but I'm saying, you grew up in an environment, or as you say you're struggling right now, you grew up in an environment where your parents didn't have a lot of, your mom was struggling. Like that was traumatic because it's like you afraid to ask for stuff. You get chewed out for doing certain things. So trauma is therapy is real beneficial for uh for us in our community. Charlie used car batteries to measure his electric bill every month. Conquistador, I'm crying. Conquistador, your girl do Uber Eats in your car while you at work, man. How y'all feel about? I want to get right into this conversation, man. Wigs, BBLs, breast implants. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of fake bodies. I'm not a fan of wigs. And I don't know what's going on in society that's portraying this as beauty. I guess I'll say if a woman gets a BBL and it looks natural, because she probably was walking around with a flat wagon for a long time. And like a moderate BBL is probably passable. But if you get a BBL and your legs look like, pogo sticks and you got this huge wagon, I'm not a fan. But I feel like women who get a bunch of extra additions to their body are not all they're not mentally there all the way. You know what I'm saying? They get breast implants, BBL, lip injections, Botox. They get all this extra stuff done to their body. Like I don't think they all the way there mentally. There's nothing sexier than a woman who goes to the gym to work on her body. You know what I'm saying? So we all gonna age. I don't look the same way I looked when I was 25. Not at all. I lost my hair when I was 26. My hairline was all on the back of my head. I was saluting people back here. I don't look the same. I've done a few things. Like I got laser surgery on my eyes like almost 20 years ago. Got my teeth laser whitened. Man, that's about it, bro. Every now and then, like I get these grays under on my neck, on my beard. So I put some window tint, hair dye under here. But other than that, man, it's like we gonna age. It ain't nothing worse than somebody who look like they got their face welded on and they like 50 years old. Like, what is that, man? We all gonna age. But aging gracefully is possible. How you eat, intermittent fasting, drinking water. But these wigs and BBLs, I like natural beauty. I'm a huge fan of natural beauty. Like, so I'm asking certain questions when I meet a woman. That's right, Carlton. Y'all 47 years old. Man, I lost my cousin. I done lost so many people. Prison sentences, death. It's like, man, we aging gracefully. You know what I mean? I was born in 77, dog. I've been getting into things that remind me of my childhood, watching movies from the 80s. I got movie posters around my house from the 80s and 90s. Stand By Me, Coming to America. You know, I watched a movie with Robert Downey Jr. in it last night. It was called Less Than Zero. It was like 86, 87. What was the next movie I watched? License to Drive with Corey Haim. I'm watching these movies that I watched when I was younger. It's reminding me of my childhood. But it's also reminding me of what life was like before all these traumas. So I guess I just see the world a little differently, but I just natural beauty is just amazing. Somebody who been taking care of themselves. Like I take care of myself, man. I try to. My body don't look the way it did when I was 20, but at the same time, I'm trying to take care of myself. That's attractive. Finding out is a wig is so disappointing. 77 Carlton Banks, part of the crew. I'm November 9th, 1977. Scorpio in the building. You know what I'm saying? I got a surprise for y'all, man. A surprise guest who gonna pop in and sit next to me pretty soon. So y'all stay tuned in. Carlton Banks is a Leo. That means you cry after sex and you take the plan B. Hold me. I'm just playing. I don't know nothing about horoscopes and birthdays. I don't even really get off into that. But finding out as a wig is so disappointing when she peels that helmet back and it just looks like astroturf underneath. Like, oh my God, you bald headed, man. We need to get you some treatments. Stand By Me was classic. License to Drive on Star. I just watched License to Drive on Stars a couple nights ago. Carlton Banks, we might be related, dog. Who he said Charlie lost his hair when mint condition had the S curl and he pissed he could participate. Who is that, dog? Kevin Martin. I'm crying, dog. Kevin Martin, your daddy made you get naked before he whooped you. And the crazy thing is he was naked too. Get over there so I can whoop you, boy. Like, daddy, why you ain't got no pants on? Tubi got all the classics. Funky Town, Jay Jimerson, what's going on? Fort Worth tuned in, man. Yeah, Stand By Me is a classic. Absolute classic. Jay Jimerson, yeah, what's popping? So look, I was just talking about how natural beauty is amazing. Now, if a woman's losing her hair, hairline gone, it's thinning, and she's wearing a wig, I get it. But I'm talking about you 25 with a lace front, a bunch of neck tattoos. I already know how I'm gonna treat you. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, all my people from one of my homies got a distribution deal on Tubi right now. He didn't put a bunch of movies. Go check out Mail Lady. That's my homie, Paris Jones. Mail Lady. What else he didn't put on there? I actually wrote the first script to Mail Lady. It was almost a bidding war between me and another writer. That's how close I am to the game. I don't talk a lot about it, but I wrote the first script. I got beat by somebody else. They script actually made it, and that's the one that they put in. But the fact that it's some dope stuff coming. That's all I'm gonna say. Wolverine nails. Sub-Zero going in the chat, man. Sub-Zero, he don't have no comforter on his bed, man. He sleep with a coat on. My man ain't got no towels in his bathroom. He dry off with paper towels. His house is just super hood, man. Super hood. Natural beauty. This is where I'm at now, man. If a woman is interested in me, natural beauty, she's got to have a routine of getting in the gym, a relationship with God. She also has to show me photos of her when she was a child with both of her parents. If you can't show me a picture of when you was like 7, 8, or 9 years old with both your parents in the photo and they look happy, then I don't want to talk to you. Christian Clayton, what's popping? Yeah, you got to show me. I didn't come from dysfunction. My parents have been married for 50 years. I came from a happy, loving home. Both my parents was in the home. Now, look, I will say this. If you have been healed from some of those traumas and you got a good relationship with God now, even though your dad wasn't there, then I might consider it. But if you still hate your upbringing, you hate your father and all this type of stuff, and you got these issues with men, I don't have time. I don't have time. I'm too old. 46. I don't have time to raise nobody. If you can't show me photos of your whole family together when you 7, 8, 9 years old. Now, if they was like 17, you was 17, 18, they got a divorce. Okay. But I'm saying in your formidable years, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, if you can't show me a photo of you and your parents together, I'm not interested. Are you a problem? You could be a problem. Especially because I come from something different. So you could be a problem. So you got to know your triggers. Grown man standards. It's not just about a big booty and how she is in the bedroom and all this other stuff. Like, what else can you bring to the table? Can I keep my routine? Are you going to attack my routine? And I mean, like, what I mean by routine is I get up in the morning, I get in the ice tub, I go work out, write in my journal, I read, meditate, try to eat a good breakfast before I go about my day. But if you like if you don't have your own routine, you like, don't do that this day. Just stay in the bed. You got to write today. You got to get in the ice tub. If you like attacking my routine, you a problem. If I can't create around you, like I need an environment of peace. So our standards change when we get older, but I honestly think that we should have these standards when we're younger. We haven't been taught how to pick, bro. We haven't been taught how to pick. We like who like, I know I was. We like who like us. I like who like me. You should see my first baby mama. I don't know what I was thinking. I love my kids, but that choice, I was tripping. And she can't tell the truth to save her life, man. To save her life. It's unreal. I can't even believe I picked that, dog. When I look back on that, and of course, I was like, I had my first baby when I was 18. Then I had another one by her when I was like 21. And I look back 20-something years ago, like, man, what was I thinking? Like now, somebody like her couldn't even get close to me, dog. I was tripping. She gave me cut. So look, we had 2 kids. She realized I wasn't gonna marry her, and she gave me custody of my 2 daughters and moved out of state. Was gone for years. Got married and had like 8 more kids. And in her mind, she's so delusional. In her mind, she still thinks I want her, even though I fired her. I'm like, I didn't want you when I had you. You tripping? I didn't want you when I had you. You left me them babies and took off. I had one at 18, another one at 21, and by 23, then I had a son by somebody else. I got married to the person who tried to unalive me, had a little boy. You know, she tried to unalive me, went to prison. I had custody of 3 children when I was 23 years old. 2 girls and a boy. I was a single father raising 3 children, full custody. One mama was out of state, didn't really know where she was. The other mama was in prison. I've been raising kids my entire adult life, dog. Like, I'm 46 now, and I got 2 younger ones, like a 12 and a 13-year-old, and I got split custody of them. So one week they with me, and one week they with their mama. So when that started, when that relationship ended and that started, dog, I didn't even really know how to be an adult, man. Like, to take care of myself. I've been taking care of kids my whole life. So I remember the first week when all the kids was gone and I was at the crib by myself. I was like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've never in my adult life had free time where I wasn't taking care of a child. I love kids. I absolutely love kids. I'm just saying that I had never taken the time to take care of myself to know what Charlie loved and liked. Because who you are in your alone time is an indication of who you really are. Like, when I'm writing characters for movies and TV shows, I always write about what they do when they by themselves, because that's really an indication. When you see how somebody behaves in public, that's kind of a piece of who they are when they by themselves. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just kind of I've developed some standards. This is how I feel with somebody that really cares about you. If you call them or email them and they don't answer, they should get back to you within like 3 to 5 hours if they really care about you. Y'all got grandbabies, Carlton? Shout out to you, man. I got 2 grandbabies, man. Girl and a boy. Little boy look just like me. Love that little dude. But this is how I feel. If you care about me, if you truly care about me, I send you a text or I call you, I feel like I say this, within 3 to 6 hours, you should hit me back. If you really care about me. You don't hit me back to 2 days later. Oh, I was busy. I don't feel like that's a relationship that I don't feel like you really care about me. Somebody I really care about, you hit me. I'm not gonna hit you back 5 days later. Like, hey, I saw you called me Tuesday. I understand it's Sunday. What did you need? What's going on? Like, man, what? If I really care about somebody, 3 to 6 hours. Because I feel like you give time to what you really want. Like, let's just say a woman is dating a celebrity. Say a woman is dating Jaheim. No, I'm not gonna use that example. A woman's dating whatever, an NFL, NBA player. And he called or text her. You think she gonna wait, till 3 days to hit him back? She hitting dog immediately. We be giving our time and attention to people who be curbing us. Steadily giving them time and attention, like, I ain't got time for that no more. You don't hit me back within 3 to 6 hours. I call you, I text you, you know what I'm saying? Or at least just, hey, I'm busy. Can I hit you tomorrow? Something. But if you don't hit me, that goes for friendships too. A real friend will hit you back within 3 to 6 hours with something. If they care about the relationship, hey, tie it up right now, hit you back tomorrow, something. But you go 4 or 5 days, you don't care about that at all. Celebrity hit you up, you probably responding immediately. I'm gonna tell you something else. How many of y'all can handle being in a relationship with a woman How many of y'all can handle being in a relationship with a woman who's been uh in a relationship with a celebrity? I'm talking about notable people you see on TV. I've had that happen in several situations. You got to be very secure. Like dog is constantly popping up on TV, or you see him at NFL or NBA, or he's an actor or comedian or whatever, and it's like, I know what's dog name, the comedian from Chicago. What's his name? I forgot dog's name. Light skin. D. Ray Davis. He said he was dating this girl who was used to date Jason Kidd. He was like, I wish you would have told me from the beginning. You got me walking around with this jersey on. Like, especially, I feel like the older you get, you should have a higher level of security, because now as you get older, you meet somebody who's also older. She got a history just like you. She got a past just like you. And if she's somewhat bad, especially if she's tall, if she over 5'8", 5'9", if she got a body, if she pretty, and she done spent some time in New York, Cali, Miami, 9 times out of 10, some type of NBA, NFL, or actor or somebody done smacked. You know what I'm saying? I know I was talking to this girl. I don't even care. I say who she talked to. I talked to this chick who used to let Morris Chestnut was like her ex. He was smacking all the time, right? She was cold too. She was cold. She was tall too, like 5'10", white, 5'10", blonde hair, but she had a black frame. Her booty was ridiculous. And we went out to eat, and she was name dropping all these people, and it didn't really bother me. I'm like, yeah, you used to talk to all these. I smacked the first night, so it wasn't really like I was really pressed about anybody that she was talking about, but she just kept talking about these people, and I'm like, listen, that's I wasn't giving. I'm not the type of person to run my whole resume down when I'm dating somebody or talking to people in general. She was just and I did this, and I went with this person, and I did it, and it was just unattractive. And I'm like, I'm not insecure. Like, I'm letting you get your bars off, but honestly, that's good for you. I care less. Did you get any of their money? Not at all. My ex, one of my baby mamas right now, she bad. And she be telling me about all these celebrities that be on her all the time. And I know they be on her. And I'm like, did you get the money? Did you get the opportunity? You got a book for sale. Why don't you have them promote your book on their Instagram? Or don't tell me about who you met. I could care less, because if I show you the list of bras I didn't hit, you'll kill yourself. I could care less about any of that. You met this person, or this person tried to talk to you. Of course they did. You got a booty, and you pretty, and you tall. Of course they're going to talk to you. Did you get the bread? Or at least an opportunity? You should be, man, I got a book. I got an ex that wrote a book about me. I'm going to get her on the show too. She wrote a book. She don't say my name in the book, but I'm so excited, because it's like, I gave you content for a story. Did you have a book before you met me? No, you didn't. And I got family members who like read the book and was secretly like gossiping behind my back. It didn't bother me at all. I don't know. I'd have been through too much. I'm numb. But she wrote the book. So when she telling me about all these dudes that's trying to holler, and again, we so cool. Like, I haven't even, since we've been divorced, since 2019, I've never touched her. Never even came close. I don't want it. I don't want it no more. So we got a cordial relationship for the children, right? But when she be telling me about these dudes who be trying to get on her, I'm like, look, you beautiful. You got a frame. So if they're trying to holler at you, you need to direct them to something that they can buy, or at least tell their followers to buy. Hey, put my book on your website, please. Put my book on your Instagram, if you don't mind. You need to use that beauty. We only have our beauty and our youth for a season. Man, let J-Lo act like she's trying to holler at me, and any kind of way. Any kind of way. I'm like, yeah, you know what, J-Lo, it'd be great if you could put my book. I got 2 books I wrote. Put my book on your Instagram. Can we also do some silly videos together? It'd be great if you could make a call over to Lauren Michaels and get me on SNL. All of that. Trying to smack and all that other stuff. No, no, no. You interested in me? Point me to the bag. Point me to the bag, baby. The hell? Hey, miss, that blind Diddy Survivor video. I don't know if y'all seen it, but there's this blind rapper named See No Evil. I've been putting him on my page. The dude is an idiot. It's unreal. There's this blind rapper who's out here saying that he saw Diddy and Cassie at a party. I watched one video. I don't know if y'all seen it, but there's a video where he said he went to a first of all, he says he's legally blind, which is crazy. But in the video, he said he went to a Diddy party and he walked in and he saw a line of people, like 70 people, standing in line with $30 in their hand. He's blind, so I don't know how he saw the 70 people. So he walked over to one of them and said, "What are y'all doing?" And one of the people in this line at the Diddy party said, "You know, we got this $30 in our hand because Magic Johnson is inside this room and he's charging people $30 to spit on them." This is what the blind rapper says. And then the blind rapper says, "Really? I got to go see this." So he goes into the room and looks, and he said it wasn't even Magic Johnson. It was the actor who portrays Magic Johnson on the HBO TV show. It's insane. Insane. Blind rapper, man. Y'all got to check him out. I got him on my page. Hey, man, blind rapper got a bunch of stories, man. So, and then there's this guy named Lance who's been reacting to the blind rapper videos. He's like a struggling actor. Y'all got to watch his reaction videos too. It's wild. All on my page, man. The blind rapper. His name is See No Evil. He talks about driving. It's a video on there. I got it on there where he pulls a strap out on somebody and starts shooting, but he don't hit nothing. Darian McQueen, what up? Oh, yeah, you came to the live show? You able to catch the live show? Oh, this show live. I thought you came out to the show in Detroit. Thanks for popping in, Darian. You got to check it out, Carlton. I can't tell you too much. Just know that there's a guy named See No Evil on my page. He's a blind rapper from Detroit, and he's talking about his experiences at the Diddy parties. It's unreal. 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 But yeah, I think I got off on a little tangent, man. How you pick is really important. How you pick is really important. I don't know if y'all saw this, but Caitlyn Jenner made a post about OJ after he passed away, saying "good riddance." Did y'all see that? I mean, just no rest in peace, no nothing. Good riddance. Like that was really that was wow. That was absolutely wild. Um Look, there's so many. If OJ didn't do it, I think he had something to do with it. You know, so that handyman that was at the house, I've been seeing a lot about that. Maybe he paid the handyman to do it or whatever if he didn't do it, but he had something to do with it. And honestly, I don't. Here's the reason why he did it. She was getting hit. It was dudes going over to the house, having intercourse with her in front of her children, and he lost it, which he should have just left. And that's the narrative I've been pushing in why when I got shot. You know what I'm saying? We both was cheating on each other. I actually stopped, but she was still cheating and she had a baby by somebody else, my ex-wife. And she was cheating on me before I was cheating on her, which I did find out. She was cheating on me. I was cheating on her. I stopped. She had a baby. She was living two lives and it was confusing, right? But it was like after she shot me, I'm like, all right, it's the time to go. Let me leave this situation. Sometimes we stay in situations where we know they're toxic and we say, let's stay for the kids, or let's stay because we got a mortgage. And you see people that are miserable in relationships because they stand for a mortgage or for kids or for security. And it's like, not me, man. I look at a situation and I can tell that it's bold, it's terrible. You got some issues going on, and this is not going to be peaceful, especially if I pray about it. So this is how I make decisions, right? First, I pray about it and I'll fast, and then I draw a T, pros, cons. And then I'll call credible people and get counsel, and then I'll wait. And in most cases, I get a dream. I had a dream recently. What I mean by recently, within the last like 6 months. I was thinking about entertaining a relationship with somebody that I had history with, right? And I was like, dang, maybe I should go back to that and blah, blah, blah. So I prayed. I'm like, God, show me what the deal is with this. And I had a dream. I had a dream that because her and her family got issues on and off with alcohol and drug abuse, right? And in this dream, I dropped her off at her brother's house and she ran into the house to go do some drugs. And her brother, and when I got out of the car to like ask, like, hey, I was about to say goodbye. And this is in the dream. I was trying to say goodbye to you. She ran in the house. And then her brother walked out of the house, put his arm around my shoulder and walked me to my car. He said, hey, man, I'm going to tell you like this. You need to leave her alone. He said, there's stuff going on with her that you don't know nothing about. Get in your car and leave. Leave her alone. This is a dream I had just, 4 or 5 months ago. I was like, okay. God made it incredibly clear. And with this person, I've had about 5 or 6 dreams where God was like, run, stay away. She got stuff going on. And the Bible says God speaks once, yea, twice, yet even in a dream. So if you ask him, God, give me a dream about this person or about this friendship or about this business situation, it's like we just think God is this person that's just up in heaven, writing down our rights and wrongs and maybe giving us a little blessing and help here and there. Like he's our friend. It's a relationship, which is more than going to church every Sunday and Wednesday, which I do believe in going to church, but I don't believe that. I also believe that you got to have your own relationship with God. Talk to him. God, I need help, man. What's up with this? Talk to me. I'll stop listening. And what clouds are hearing from God is when we listen to a bunch of crazy music, watching a bunch of crazy movies, like all the time. He's trying to talk to us, and we got all this world coming in. Shut the world off for a minute. You'll cut your radio off, cut the music off for a day or two, cut the movies off for a day or two, maybe fast for half a day. And then you hear from him because it's like God is speaking if you ask. In this dream, dog walked me to my car and said, leave her. This was like 2 days after I prayed, God, should I pursue this relationship? 2 days later, I got a dream where a dog is walking me to my car. And he a drug addict too. He was walking me to my car and was like, hey, man, leave her alone. Get in your car and drive off, man. She got stuff going on with her you don't know nothing about. And I'm like, oh, my God. So a lot of times how I move is just based on how God talks to me, man. Business relationships. I've had business relationships with people where I felt funny. I felt weird. I didn't like how it was going. We was getting into arguments and disagreements. And I'm just like, what is this, man? Art's supposed to be fun. Then I have a dream. I pray, have a dream, walk away from this. Like I never pursued wanting to be on TV or Hollywood. No, this stuff just chased me down, man. But when I'm running into people who are thirsty for this, willing to do whatever it takes. That's why I didn't take the jab. I'm not thirsty for this. Charlie, you either take the jab or you can't audition for such and such show on Apple TV. Well, then I won't audition, dog. I don't care what it pay. I'm not putting that in my body. Not mad at anybody who did, but I should be able to have my own personal choice about what I do with my body. Because there was times where I didn't have a choice. When I was 16, I was diagnosed with cancer. I had 2 surgeries and I had to be on chemotherapy for 8 months to stay alive. I didn't have a choice in that situation. I had to put chemotherapy in my body to stay alive because I had like a 50-50 chance to live. But to tell me that I should put something in my body when I'm not even sick, come on, man. I'm not doing that, dog. And then you can't dangle no opportunity in front of me. I never wanted Hollywood to begin with. I never chased it. I promise you, if you see me on a commercial or a TV show, I never in a million years, I didn't even go to school for it. I never in a million years was like, I gotta have this no matter what the cost. I was working on Ford on the assembly line, making $100,000 a year when I was 22 years old. I'm driving truck now, only drive a few days a week, but I'm still making a nice amount of money just driving truck a few days a week and creating and doing commercials and TV shows and writing the other few days, but I'm not chasing it, dog. Y'all can have it. This is my son calling me. What's up, man? I'm filming. What up? Yeah, I think so. Can you text it to me? Because I'm filming the podcast right now. I'm not gonna be able to do that for about another hour. So text me. All right. Ben Frank, what's going on? That's my family right there. I got to send you that picture with us in the second grade wearing yays, dog. Um, I got a problem with how OJ picked, and that's what we don't talk about. You know, it was a gruesome crime that happened with Nicole Brown. I don't wish that on nobody. That was sad. I wish he would have just left, but he snapped. You know, she getting hit by all these people in front of her kids and all this type of stuff. And when you look at her, she bad. She a bad white broad. Probably, where was she born? Probably from California. Who knows? He was probably cheating on her because I heard Chloe might be his. Oh, look at this. Caitlin Clark turned down an offer from Steph Curry's brand. Is as you should. Who ain't nobody wearing Under Armour, man? That's a whole nother story. That's another podcast, man. If Steph Curry would have signed with Nike, he'd be getting more foul calls. Nike has so much invested in the NBA, they got the refs paid off. Signing with Nike is like signing with the mafia, man. And the fact that Curry is with Under Armour, that's affecting it's affecting his gameplay. So let's look at Nicole Brown Simpson. Where was she born? Like why did he pick? He picked beauty. And she was a power trollop. Or could it be that she was just hurt about all his constant cheating? Where was she born? I bet you she was born in California. Oh, snap. I'm mistaken. Nicole Brown Simpson was born in Frankfurt, Germany. Oh, where did they move when they first got here? Nicole Brown Simpson was born in Frankfurt, West Germany on May 19th, 1959. The relationship began in the late 1970s when then Nicole Brown was still a teenager. She and OJ married in 1985. How old was OJ? She and at times abusive relationship ended in divorce 7 years later. In mid June 1994. Oh, so they was divorced. 35-year-old Nicole and her 25-year-old friend Ron Goldman were found brutally murdered outside their Los Angeles home. It's called the trial of the century. So when did they move? Where did they move to? Born in Frankfurt, Germany. The family moved to the United States. Okay, so that makes sense. While their daughters were toddlers, the family, when Nicole and her sister Denise were young, the family settled in Garden Grove, California. There, the Browns had two more daughters, Dominique and Tanya. Just all black names for white kids. Nicole had no problems adjusting to California life. The blonde beauty gravitated toward the beach as a young teen and was named homecoming princess at Dana Hills High School. At age 18, Brown began working as a waiter at the Daisy, an upscale club in California's Beverly Hills. It was there in 1977 she met OJ Simpson, who was married at the time, and in the waning years of Hall of Fame, dog was married when he met her. By all accounts, the two quickly fell for each other despite their nearly 12-year age difference and soon began dating. Simpson divorced his first wife in 1979, clearing the way for his eventual wedding to Brown. Simpson and Brown were married in 1985 in his home in Los Angeles. He was already a father of three. My man was married when he met her. She was 18, he was 30. What did you expect, dog? Simpson was unfaithful and abusive. This is one of them situations where it was like, this is a different type of, I don't know. They keep flagging my page, so I don't know what I can and can't say. Curry did sign on to the reboot of Good Times. I had an audition for that show. Dirty Cal, what up, though? I had an audition for that. A recurring audition. I didn't get the part, but it was voiceover because I think this new show was animated. Man, one of my homeboys, man, his name is Freddie. I look at him as a big homie because he's like probably almost 60 now. He got some of the greatest stories about old Hollywood. Or is he over 60? He might be over 60. But he was telling me about Don Cornelius. Now, Freddie lives in California. Met him at a dealership in Santa Monica. One of the realest dudes I ever met. Hispanic dude. And he was in the mix because he's a writer. And he's written several movies and shows and blah, blah, blah. So he was kind of like me, working at the dealership for the connection, not necessarily for the cash. I was only working there on the weekends. I think he had a part-time schedule too. So Freddie had all these great stories about these Hollywood people, but basically what he was saying is like, dog, everybody is messing with everybody, and everybody's looking for an opportunity. But every now and then somebody tries to have like a stable, loving, homely wife in Southern California, or loving, homely relationship, and it'll last for a little while, but if something else come along, look, OJ was married when he met her. He was 30, she was 18. He was like, I gotta have that. Shout out to Slink. That's the homie. Slink is the homie. So, what you think about Caitlin Clark getting 25 mil for 8? Man, look, I ain't mad at nobody about getting no money. You know, And no matter what color they are, I do feel that other people may have other opportunities, but I feel like Caitlyn has a strong dad that's on the sidelines telling her what to say, how to behave. Don't do that. Shut up. Stop barking at the refs. You know. Yeah, Black Slink is the guy. Slink is my home. Slink have been in my house, man. We done shot a podcast. Man, you know, and I'm not anymore for several reasons, but I walked away. I was running a show at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach. And I asked Slink, I said, man, have you ever headlined at the Laugh Factory? And he told me no, and it blew my mind. I said, dog, you've never headlined? As funny as you are, I don't know if y'all seen Slink stand up, but dog is a monster. I said, have you ever? He said, dog, never. I said, man, I'm going to set it up for you to headline a show. They need to see you, dog. So it took a couple months because I already had my lineup set, but I put him on as a headliner on the show. When I tell you, dog brought the whole hood out. It was an audience full of Crips. He was like, and we in Long Beach, and Slink brings me over to the side. And I don't want to say dog name. He was like, "This is such and such. Okay, he runs Long Beach. He runs this. This is who you need to holler at him, and blah blah blah, and this, that, and the third. And it's probably 100 people outside. This was after the show. And when I went and hollered at dog, he roasted me. And all of these street niggas, all they want to do is roast. And that's all we did outside the Laugh Factory, just all roast each other. These was all Slink people. And I remember he hit the stage and said, if y'all thinking about charging the stage the way Chris Rock did, I just want to let you know I got 100 Crips in the audience right now. I got so much respect for Slink, man. He's a big homie. I remember he told me we did a show. Me, him, and Teddy Ray did a show in Inglewood. And we was in the green room. I'll never forget this, man. And Slink was like, listen, man, I'm going to tell all y'all young brothers in here something. He said, be careful these women that you messing with right now. He said, because you never know what you're doing right now, how it's going to blow up. What kind of opportunity is going to come across your path. He said, y'all messing with these little hood rats. You been had a baby on the way by a rat. Why you got $1 million deal on the table? And now you got to give some of that to that rat. He said, be careful. This show, we killed it. He headlined. Teddy Ray was before me. It was Doughboy. I was after Doughboy. Man, dog, I'm talking about crazy show. Packed out. What's the name of that theater? But Slink gave me some of the greatest advice. You never know what you're doing right now, how will be an opportunity for later. Yeah, R.I.P. Teddy Ray, man. Who's Jay Adams? Charlie got a Long Beach tattoo on his lower back. Jay Adams cannot dispute any more overdraft fees, man. Not this month. He didn't reach his max. The grass on your background came from Hamtramck. Who is 100% Rotten Podcast? Got to be from the city. If you say Hamtramck, you got a 96 Sebring right now, and the engine just went out. And you just bought it like 2 weeks ago, man. And you got a note on it. Dog got a note on a 96 Sebring for $450 a month, man, with 28% interest rate on it. Charlie stayed at Airbnb. No, I'm at my crib, homie. I'm crying. Charlie got a membership to a Korean bathhouse. Man, what? Conquistador ain't got no kitchen table in his house, man. He eat all his food in the kitchen, standing up at the counter. Oh, dog. Escalade seats on your couch, W, booper. The blinkers don't work in your car, W. Not at all, man. Blinkers don't work. You stick your arm out the window, old school, just to make a turn. I'm crying. You got a 753,000 miles on your 94 Sunbird. Conquistador. Charlie got a membership to Korea. That's funny, man. Conquistador Ain't got no hangers in his closet at all. All his clothes is in garbage bags on the floor right now. Let me see, man. Where is that FUBU shirt at? I love that shirt, man. Can't believe. Where's that FUBU shirt? Matt Treese wash his ass with Vagisil every weekend, man. Right before that action happens on Saturday night, he does a Vagisil washout. Charlie put deodorant on the back of his knees whenever he wears joggers. Man, what? Conquistador's got the jokes. That's funny, dog. Y'all some straight up roasters, man. I got a roast show that I'm doing. Be filming it probably this summer. I don't want to tell y'all too much, but I'm looking for some A1 roasters. So I love it when y'all jump in the chat and roast. Jay Adams is jocking Craig Smith's jokes. You got to stop stealing my dog's jokes. That's on one of the first roast me's. Charlie got no furniture in his crib. He eats cereal on his exercise bike every morning. You better stop stealing Craig's jokes, man. I want you to be original. This is what I challenge y'all, man. Start writing down in your notebook at least a page a day or a few jokes a day, your own original roasts. Because look, I've been roasting for a long time. Way before I moved to Cali, I was roasting at the lunch table at Romulus High School in the 90s. Me and my cousin Gerard, my cousin Lynn, my brother, Eric, everybody. It was a million of us roasting. So don't come at me with no roast from nobody else, man. You should be ashamed of yourself stealing somebody else's roast. Jay Adams, I want something original. I'm going to give you a chance to redeem yourself, Jay Adams 98. You can't be stealing my dog's jokes. You better come with one of your own. Conquistador, all the grass on your lawn is painted green. Painted green? That's funny. Whenever you see sugar on the table, you have cocaine flashbacks, dog. What up, though? I got a special guest for y'all. Charlie purchased his first pair of jelly shoes when he turned 40. Man, what? When you're on your way to an important court hearing, you ride your thumb the entire time there. Charlie still wear K-Swiss. We called roasting, high siding it. Hey man, we called it capping back in the day. We actually rapped. We actually rhymed. You can sit down whenever you want. We called it rap capping. So whenever we was clowning on somebody, it was rap capping. Top level troller. Oh, what happened? Charlie stole Stephen Hawking's computer from his casket. All right, Jay Adams, you redeemed yourself. Quit stealing other men's jokes. Jay Adams is the type of dude who tries to sneak into the morgue and fondle the dead bodies at night. Dog is a weirdo. You remember that, Ben Frank, capping? We used to cap and rap cap. Charlie got Flame as his guest host today. Y'all crazy. I want y'all. I got a show. I don't want to say too much about it because somebody will steal it. But I got a show. It's a roast show, my own. Because I got roasting in public where I roast people in public. They get the trivia questions wrong. I roast them. But I also got another show where I'm gonna be able to get guests on, people that my followers, fans, people. I don't like saying followers or fans. My family. My family that jumps in the chat, that stays connected. I'm going to invite a few of y'all on every episode, and we're going to do a roast show. It's going to be wild. Charlie, I got my homegirl with me, my baby, my oldest baby.
What's up?
Angel, what's poppin'?
Miss you.
How you feel?
I feel good.
I farted earlier, so
okay.
You might be able to smell a little bit of it. But what's going on? She got on all white and on the all white couch. You must have been watching the show
I
to
mean,
come in all white.
I just know what the vibe is. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what the vibe is? What is that food over there you got?
I got corned beef and some fry. I got wheat and rye. Oh, look at the
You see the
pictures.
photo? Oh yeah, you ain't been over
I
here to
haven't
the
been in
new
here, no.
pad. Yeah, man. This is
What up, y'all?
what's going on. This is my oldest daughter, Angel. I had to check somebody about you the other day. I got a sty on my eye. I know you looking. I put some dirt. I touched my eye while I was working, and my tear duct got clogged up with dirt, and that's all.
Oh man.
I got a sty. So I had to check somebody about you the other day because one of my you got to get the mic close to you.
Oh,
Yeah, just pull it up. And he was like,
I bet.
one of the videos, hey man, who is that badass chick that's sharing your videos on Instagram, man? Who is that? I said, hey man, that's my daughter, dog. He was like, oh, my bad, OG.
Not bad.
my bad, OG. I was like, hey dog.
Oh.
What you doing talking about my daughter, man?
Yeah. Oldest daughter is a grown woman.
Grown woman, man. She all of 28. I had you when I was 18. You know what I'm saying? Since
Have you when you was 18?
I had
I'm
just
28.
turned.
You're a schoolie.
Schoolie pop. I
Schoolie.
had you when I was 8. I was just telling them
Literally,
early. I was just telling them earlier about how I've been raising kids most of my adult life.
Yeah.
Like
All
y'all
of your adult life.
Yeah. Y'all, how old was you when I got custody of you?
I was 3, 4.
You was 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
And Nene was 1. I've been raising y'all. I've been raising kids more of my adult life than I've been taking care of myself.
How you think that like shape your?
I was talking about that earlier. I said, I remember the first time everybody was gone and it was just like Drew and Liz was with their mama. Y'all was grown and doing y'all own thing. And Charlie was gone. And I was at the house by myself for a whole week. And I was like, it was no sound. And I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, man, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I just started running through trollops. Like
you know what to do, so you just start.
I didn't know what to do, so I
cracking
was just like,
skeezers.
let me just knock down some broads.
Some skeezers.
Let me knock down some
I
skeezies.
hate the skeezers, by the way.
You hate skeezies?
I hate skeezers.
I feel like skeezies have their own purpose in life.
No purpose.
Skeezies have wait. So you said there's never been a season in your life where it was like, I'm gonna just do whatever I want, and maybe every now and then a rando can get at me.
When I got out of high school, like
Okay.
high school.
Okay.
Not.
I didn't get that. I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to do rando. Well, I kind of did, but I'm saying I've been raising kids since I was 18.
Yeah, you didn't get a chance to really be a kid. I mean, I feel like that too because I had to grow up fast. Because I've been the oldest of now 14.
14 kids?
Since I've been counting, it's 14.
Okay.
So I feel like I kind of really didn't have that opportunity to really be a kid either. But the skeezers is like the worst part of life. It's like,
so you've never
like
been
you got bills, you got, wait,
like
so all these things.
wait, let me ask you this. So you've never been a skeezy?
And I've never been a skeezer.
What's a skeezy?
A skeezy is somebody who has no worth, no sense of worth, no sense of value, no sense of purpose. They just out here.
They do have purpose. They
giving the box away like it's like free lunch. Okay. Like, you know how, you got free lunch and then you got reduced lunch.
Got some snot out my nose.
You got free lunch that you don't have to pay for. You know them skeezers, that's free lunch.
Yeah.
Then you got reduced lunch. You might could take them to Coney, spend $20, and the reduced lunch, they gonna let you smack for the $20 Coney
for the or for the rainbow outfit.
Yeah, for the rainbow outfit, City Trends. You know what I'm saying? I like City Trends, but I'm not a skeezer. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
It's just like
bust down.
I never been that. I never been that. I never been that, and I've been realizing that because lately I'm like, niggas know that I'm really not like that for real.
Yeah.
And it's really because of you.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you be no
It's really
skeezy.
because of you.
I wouldn't allow you. Like, I knew too many skeezy. Matter of fact, I changed how I pronounce your name because I knew a skeezy at the same time named Angel when you was born. And I wanted to name you Angel, but it was too close to this skeezy. Like, her name's Angel, but I want to name her Angel, so I'm gonna just say Angel.
It was really because of you. I would always hear your voice in my head, like, don't give it away. Don't give it away. It's you so valuable. And you will always tell me, like, that's the most valuable thing that you can give is your body.
Right.
And I would hear your voice in my head in the moments, like, eh. And then, I would see other girls just loosey goosey with it. And I'm like that. And then when you hang around guys, you hear, like, I would hear how y'all talk about people too.
Man, facts.
And I'm like, I ain't finna be in that type of conversation. You ain't finna be showing my video. Look, man, I had her.
Look, I popped her down. Like, yeah, I don't want that.
You ain't finna have me on that. So I just,
no, I don't want that. I remember sitting down and having a conversation with you and Nay. I was like, listen, your body, your box is worth $1 million.
Yep.
And every time you give it away, it's like you get. Remember that conversation?
Yep.
It's like you giving your money away.
You had that conversation so many times.
Yeah, I wanted it to be drilled in your head. Because I'm a dude. I'm a dirtbag. Like, at the time, an incredible dirtbag. So it's like incredible. Listen, every time you get that box away, you giving away a piece of that million.
Yeah.
And then when dudes see you, because that's how we talk. Dudes talk just like broads.
Yep.
And then when we see you, it's like, that's such and such. She the one who already gave away 200,000.
Yep.
Or she didn't gave away her million. Matter of fact, she's in the negative now.
Yep. And now her value is down. And you always showed me that I was like gifted and I was special, and you really instilled those values. So I always felt like I wanted respect. And I'm like, dang, I can't get that respect if niggas is out here talking about me like I'm not nothing. I just wasn't going.
We be talking.
I ain't going. I'm Mrs. Ain't going.
Yeah, flat out. And I already know it'd be so funny when, especially now I'm older, when dudes be, man, your daughter, man, she real, she unique, she special, she the and then they'll jump in your DM like, you're not gonna tell me.
Yep.
And I'm so G, like, I won't expose them or nothing, but it's like, matter of fact, I know quite a few women. Some of them I've smacked, some of them I haven't, but who would just tell me who's in their DM all the time. Like, your dog such and such. Let me show you what he sent me.
DMs is dangerous. They are I don't understand a message that you send with your face on it that you would just freely just slide. You don't have that luxury.
Yeah, you run my page. So there's no, because I can't handle it. I'm an animal on IG. So I can't handle it. You running my page. But one of my homegirls hit me. We've had some relations in the past, right? But she'll just hit me every now and then and we'll chop it. So she hit me and said, man, you never believe who jumped in my DM. And I get a call from her every couple weeks. Because we went to the same church years ago.
Okay.
You never believe who's in my DM. I'm like, who? And then she'll run down word for word everything dog said. And I'm crying. Crying. Like, yeah, he said. And then he just flat out told me, like, I know you want me. Send me a picture of your body right now.
He asked for a picture? So how old is this nigga?
My man's he's up there.
I'm sorry, I can't say the N-word on
YouTube. Yeah. There's no we got to keep it clean. I meant to tell you didn't get loose because they'll flag my channel in a heartbeat. Yeah, so I think it's funny. So be careful how y'all behave in the DMs because you never know.
We're talking about you for sure. We talking.
They talking. They sharing.
We sharing. We laughing at you.
They calling me. I got women who calling me cracking up like you'll never believe, especially if you know me. If you know me, if you know the woman and you know me and you DMing her, 9 times out of 10, she's going to tell me like, I mean, you'd never believe your man such and such is trying to get on. I got exes who do that. Your man such and such is
and
really
that's how we
on.
could tell who separate the real from the fake, because a dude that say he your friend, he try to slide after y'all get done fooling with each other, but he try to slide in the DMs, like that's how you know like he wasn't never really your man's in the first place.
Nah.
For him to try to slide afterwards.
And which I don't even mind, because anybody, I said this the last episode, I haven't been broke up with since the 10th grade. I haven't been broke up with. 10th grade, Natalie Anderson. She probably big as this couch right now. Nobody's broke up with me since. Everybody I'm not dealing with since then is I left. So if you see her, you can holler at her because I left. It don't even bother me. I could care less. I don't care what anybody say. Anybody I left, anybody after the 10th grade is because I left. So if you want to holler at her, but don't try to holler at her using my name. That's dirty macking. You don't have to dirty mac.
It's called what?
Dirty macking. That's dirty macking, dog. That's an old school term. You don't have to you don't have to mention my name because I left. I have no interest in being in that because I left. So if you run into one of my exes or you run into somebody I used to smack, just know that I left the situation. Are you about to Urban Dictionary that?
Dirty macking.
Dirty macking is when you trying to get on somebody by mentioning the previous person. Like, man, you know, Charlie, I remember when I met, I ain't even gonna lie, I remember when I met Sweet. She knew my whole life story. She knew my whole life story.
Yeah, I know, because you brought her in the middle of the night and we was still up. And y'all sat at the dining room table and y'all talked all night.
Oh, you was up?
We was up.
Wait a minute. You was like 7.
8.
You was 8 years old. You heard the whole conversation?
Mm-hmm. Me and Ajane was up and we was looking out the door like.
Did y'all hear me smack?
Who is that? Well, y'all sat at the kitchen table talking about sweet nothings. Like, yeah, you know, when I grew up, yeah. Yeah, you know, but growing up for me, yeah.
She knew my whole life story. Cause somebody I grew up with who was also trying to smack. You talking to Charlie? Let me tell you, she knew I had been shot. She knew I had cancer. She knew my whole life story. Matter of fact, dog tried to fight me at a club one time about it. Yeah, he tried to fight me. I was like, man, I'm not about to fight you over no female, man. You know, it was weird. But y'all was up during the whole conversation. I'm crying.
Yeah, we was spying on you all the time. Your life was so eventful. It was always something going on. Either you was throwing a party or you was just up kicking it with your boys or you had some skeezers pulling up in the middle of the night. Whatever it was.
Late night, y'all was supposed to be asleep. Late night skeezies performed a function.
I remember you had somebody pull up and they never came in, but you had them pull up and you was in the driveway politicking. And we were just out the window like, who's that? What is he doing? Like, what's going on?
How much did y'all see? I think that's what I've never asked y'all. How much did y'all see? Because after I got shot in 2003, it was me, you, Nay, and Charlie, ride or die in Romulus.
Yeah.
At the house on Wayne Road.
Yeah.
And at that time, I had just come out of that situation of getting shot and I was wilding out.
Yeah, we saw a lot. I mean, I saw like the parties and stuff, and then I would come out after the party and I would see all the bottles and the cups and everything kind of everywhere. And I would pick up a bottle and take a little sip out of it. It was kind of bad.
I enjoyed that little laugh you just did. I took a little sip.
I took a little sip out of it. I was kind of bad, but I was just like, dang, he really living his best life. Like we thought you was so cool. We all thought you was cool.
Yeah.
And we were just like, dang, this is crazy. But then when you met Girly, I was like, I don't really.
I remember you was like, listen, I don't like her. You was the oldest lady in the house. You was doing I remember you. I wake up. You was doing the dishes. You was making breakfast. You like 8. Yeah. You run in the house, and then I bring somebody else in. You was just like, I need to talk to you, Dad. I don't like her, and I just don't like. And then you said, I remember you said, I think you've changed.
You was like she was slowly but surely wrapping you around her finger, and I could see it, and I'm like, what's going on? Like. He not cool because we always thought you were so cool. And I'm like, he not being cool no more. Like, what's going on?
I was always on tip with her. She did change me. Yeah. And you know what I noticed when it happens to my people now? Like some of my homeboys, like they get into relationships with these women they probably shouldn't get in relationships with.
Yeah.
And then I watch them change where they just, first of all, the first thing that happens is they're never available at all.
Yeah.
Because she take all of the person's time, energy, Who you talking to? He's scared to be off the phone with her, and he don't can't meet up with you no more. First of all, she takes all your time, then take all your energy, then all that joy and happiness and all that stuff you have, it starts to diminish because now you're emotionally invested in her decisions, and she's emotionally invested in yours, and then it becomes toxic. And I watch it happen. I watched it happen with me so many times.
It was toxic for sure. But if we being real, I don't think that she really trusted you to be the man in the situation. Like she wanted to run things. And me being adult now, I understand that like you got to let that man lead the situation.
So what does that look like? What does that look like when you say allow? There are some women who won't allow a man to lead. Let that man lead. What does that look like?
I think that it looks like you really, first of all, y'all genuinely getting to know each other. I feel like if the sex happens too soon,
Yeah.
first night, second night, first week, second week type of time, you don't really even know what he owned for real. You don't know what he owned and you don't know what she owned. But now the attraction is there, obviously. But then it's like y'all are just, it's really like a lust thing. And
Right.
nobody ever want to admit that or talk about that because it's normal.
Yeah.
And it's uncomfortable to call it what it is. But
Right.
that's what it is. And so now it's like you don't even really care what he on, but you as a woman, you know your power and you know what you bring it to the table, and you start realizing like, oh, I can kind of like persuade his decisions based on what I'm about to give him, like on some real type stuff, instead of just sitting back in your feminine and being like, let me just see what he do. Let me just not give him nothing or not really do. I'm not saying do much, but I'm saying like not really give too much of yourself physically. Maybe give support or maybe
Yeah.
give a listening ear or whatever, and just see what he give you. See
Mm.
what type of man he is. See how he give, and then that way you can say, "Oh man, he really motivated." Like if she really would have took the time, or anybody, for instance, anybody that you dated really would have took the time to really get to know you as a person instead of trying to like do all of these things and prove themselves and show you that they whatever. If they would have just sat back and they feminine and just let you be you, they would have seen like, dang, this man really like smart. He really loved God. He really loved his kids. He
Yeah.
really loved his gift and his talents. Like he really want to pursue that. Then they could see how they can help you with that. Cause you already know where you headed. You already know that. But I feel like a woman to come in and she'll try to like take over and run the show and really try to drown you out like you not doing what you're supposed to do, when all along you already know where you're going. You already know what you want to do. You already got the things that you care about, what you're passionate about, what you love. You already got that all figured out. So all she really got to do is come sit back, observe, and say, "Oh, he could use a little bit of this. Maybe I could help with that. He could use a little bit of organization. I could help with
Do
that."
you think that comes with a woman who grew up with a father knowing how to be around and behave around men? Or is that just something that you just pick up whether you grew up around a man or not?
I can only speak from experience because I grew up around strong men, and it's even hard for me because I'm an alpha woman.
Uh-huh.
I'm very like, I know what I want and I know where
Right.
I'm going. But for me personally, I know how to talk to men and how to treat men because I've been around men.
Facts.
And you raised me primarily, so I know like if you just let that man be in his bag, just let him be in his bag and just support him whatever bag he want to be in, he really gonna level you up. Like he really gonna,
Facts.
like, I understand that dynamic because I had you and Papa and my uncles and the people you hung around. Like everybody, you never hung around no lame dudes. So it's just like
No.
I knew how. And then I would hear y'all talking and to see like, dang, these dudes don't have no respect for a woman that don't have no leadership or no sense of like being able to be up under you. So I don't know how it would be if I didn't have a man, strong man in my life. I
Which is
couldn't
why
imagine.
that's why I really think it's important for men, who may be watching or whatever, or hear about it, like to really be involved in your children's life, because you make that much of a difference. Sometimes you may have to fight that baby mama to be in a relationship with that kid, and it's worth the fight. I've had to fight baby mamas to be close to my kids, court, money. But at the end of the day, the outcome of that child is really up to you, instead of just being like, her mama won't let me, whatever. No, you got to fight for
Yeah,
that
you
kid.
never gave up. You never gave
No,
up,
yeah,
and
I
you
was always fighting.
still like put your kids first, because I think you understand the importance of your influence on our lives,
Yeah,
and
and
I
plus
really
also too,
respect
I've
that.
met a ton of rats.
That's
I've
what
hit I've
happened.
hit some quality rats. I've hit a ton of quality rats that didn't understand why they couldn't make it to the other side. Why can't I be your main? Like, you're a quality rat. You didn't really know your pops growing up. You hate him, and it's like,
But even still, even if you didn't have that, you can still try to find somebody that is that influence for you.
I think it's God.
Yeah.
No, if you even if, like, I won't discount everybody who grew up without their father, but I feel like, now, okay, because you can't make your father stay. You grew up, you 7, 8 years old. You didn't choose to be in this world. You didn't
Mhm.
choose to grow up with a single mom. But if
Mhm.
you establish a great relationship with God, and I ain't talking about going to church 6 days a week. I'm talking about
Like really talking to them.
having a relationship with God, and now it's like, okay, he's my father. Now, if I see that you got a relationship with God and relationships with people healthy and a routine, to me, I'm like, oh, okay, well then she's solid, because
Mhm.
it ain't no worse than being somebody without a routine, because now they trying to attack yours. Hey, I'm about to get up and ice tub and go to the gym. Why are you doing that? You might as well just stay home. Like, oh, you trying to attack my routine?
Mhm.
But a lot of it too is, I feel like some women just don't know how to behave around a man. They know how to attract him, but they don't know how to keep him around. And how you keep a man around, in my opinion, is like, you got to let dog be himself. Then you find out, oh, this is what he on. You got to spend some time examining.
Let him rock out.
Let him rock out. And you know what I'm saying? Let dog live his best life, and then see, and then pray and talk to God about what your next step should be, instead of just, oh, I'm changing that. Oh, I know I put this box on him. I'm gonna make him do this and I'm gonna make him do that. You got to find out what dog is on, and then y'all work together as a team, and then y'all build together. But if you know what most men want, and I can even speak for myself, can I have peace at the crib?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want your house to be a place you don't want to go back home because you know she gonna be there. You don't know what type of mood she gonna be
Yeah, because
in.
then I'm outside and I'm looking
Yeah.
for some side box. If I can't be comfortable at the crib for an extended, I know what my triggers are now, and I've ruined several relationships this way. If I can't be at peace at home, if I'm working from 6 in the morning to 11 at night, and I get home at 11 and you in the bed sleep, and the kids is up hungry.
It's like you didn't play your role. But that's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of these women, and I have been guilty of it. They so busy trying to play your role and tell you what you should be doing, when it's like you not even in your bag as a woman for real. You're not taking care of your body. I listened to this podcast, and he has this concept about the 3 B's: brand, body. What did he be saying? Oh Lord.
And you got to have a booty too. If you got a flat behind.
Brand, body, and brains.
Okay. All right. I feel that.
Tony Gaskins is his name. I be listening to him because he really be saying some real stuff. But he be talking about like what you put in your mind and what you feed yourself. That's your brain.
Uh-huh.
What you do with your body. Do you work out? Do you take care of yourself? That's your body. What you eat and all of that. And then he talks about your brand. What are you known for? What are you locked in? Like, what are you known for? Like, are you a good homemaker? Are you, I make clothes. That's my brand. So it's just like them 3 B's, every woman and man really, but he be talking about women specifically should have them 3 B's. And when you locked in on yourself, which is kind of where I feel like that's where my goal is to
Yeah.
just lock in on myself. When you get with somebody, you can give. And that's really where I've been at. Like, okay, let me get to 100, 110, 120%. So when I do get with somebody, where I am with somebody, but I'm saying like you're getting the overflow. I'm not looking
Right.
to you to fill me because I'm
Facts.
not at 100%.
Facts.
I'm at 75. I'm at 80. So now I need you to give me that 20, and I'm
Ooh.
pulling from you because I ain't at 100. My goal is to be at 120, and that 100 is for me. You get the overflow.
Ooh, that's fire, Jill.
That's
That's a
really
buck.
where I like my goal is
Wow.
to be.
That's a buck. And I love that analogy, because that's what I'm realizing. Sometimes we'll get with people based on how you look or what your past accomplishments are. You'll
Mm-hmm.
get with people who want to be with you with the idea of you, but not you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a great, she's a strong person. She alpha, she this, she that. She can give me that other 40 I need because I'm at
People, oh
60.
my God. Oh my God. I don't got nothing for you. I've got nothing for you.
Facts. Yeah, because
And vice versa. You know, people see you, oh, Charlie, oh my God, make America great again, Charlie. I love you, Charlie.
Oh my
I hate
God.
you, skeezers. I hate them.
Come to the table with a plate. And I think what I've been guilty of, and we was talking earlier about how to pick.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've learned how to pick because I've picked wrong so many times. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like when you picking people who just interested in you and they're doing things for you, that's kind of where I was. Like, this person doing so much for me. Then they keep doing all these things for me. But when you really look at it, like, okay, what they're doing for you, is that what they're bringing to the table, or is that what they're doing to win you over?
Yeah.
Now,
It's a
what do they have?
performance.
It's a performance. And when you look at what they have, like, you got to at least bring to the table what I have. I got to be at 120, like you said. You're at 120. We give each other the overflow, but it's like I got a routine already. I got a relationship with God already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm already earning. I'm already like,
But
you got to
I
have
don't.
something similar.
I I really empathize and with you because I feel like you already be on that. You already be on that. Like you already be on your routine. You already be on your stuff when it comes to everything. You take care of your kids and everything like that. And then when people come around, I feel like they give so much to try to win you over, and it's kind of manipulative because it seems like they really care about you
Right.
in the beginning. Like it be seeming like, oh man, like this person really doing this and doing that, and they helping with this and they helping with that. Like maybe they really care about me, but really it's just a performance, and it's just a like, I want you to see me and think that I'm this, so let me just do all of these things. And that really comes from not having the right upbringing when you feel like you have to perform for
Ooh.
somebody to love you. And it's just like, when in reality, what are you really doing in your life? Do you have the same routine that I got? Are
Nine
you
times.
getting up and going to the gym? What are you doing for yourself?
Right. Why
What are
are
you
you
doing for you?
so emotionally invested in my life?
If you think about it, they be doing all of that before they even really know who you are or what you come with. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I'm really learning about femininity. And this is something that I don't ever want to make it seem like I know everything, because I had to find my way when it comes to the feminine influence in my
Yeah,
life.
true.
You know what I mean? Like I
True.
had you, but that woman, that good strong woman, it wasn't consistent. And that's not like down in nobody or whatever, but I had to learn. I'm still learning that
Right.
feminine side, and I just feel like as a woman, one thing I'm learning is like you really have to kind of just sit back in your energy and just like have it together for yourself and just watch and observe
Mm.
what he's on instead of trying to like, let me just, cause you know the main skeezers, they be the main ones buying you food, giving you money, paying for stuff,
Which I'm a
showing
fan
up,
sometimes.
cooking. They'll do everything, but at the end of the day, they really doing that out of like emptiness. And I know it because I see it. And then you realize like, dang, she done did all of this stuff and she don't got nothing for going for herself at all.
Ooh. Yeah, routine. It's when a woman has a routine and accountability, those two things are probably the most sexiest. When it's like, I couldn't answer my phone, Charlie, from 7 to 10 because I was in the gym and I was in the sauna.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or accountability. willing to say, hey, I missed it there. I'm sorry. I think one of the most disgusting things is when a human being does not have the ability to be accountable. And I think when anybody, woman or man, is raised around a real man, when somebody is, when you're called on the carpet, all I saw growing up is when a real man was called on the carpet for a mistake. You're right. You know what? Shouldn't have did that. I
Mm.
apologize.
Mm.
When somebody can bring accountability and the ability to be corrected, because the Bible says correction comes from God.
Yeah.
So correction, accountability, routine, relationship, you can bring those to the table. That's more important than anything you could buy from me. I don't care how much money you spend. You can do it all. Now I see I've chosen wrong so many times that now I'm like, I see what it looks like. What do you need? You're willing to spend all this money and do all these things. That's not what's attractive. Can you get up in
Right.
the morning at 7?
What are
Can
you
you
doing
take
for
your butt to
yourself?
work?
Yes.
Can you go get the bag? Or instead of blaming, you know what else? Because the Bible says that the enemy is the accuser of the brethren.
Yeah.
People who accuse and blame, it's your fault.
You.
You must have been get this money.
You.
You weren't listening during the deal. That if you can't, I can't even. It's so disgusting. What are you accountable? What did you do? I don't mind apologize. You called me on the carpet for something I did, but I'm so leery about somebody who's constantly reminding me or trying to put blame on me about something where it's like, dang, that was your choice.
Yeah.
You did it. That's why I can't completely bash everybody I've ever been with in life, every relationship, because at the end of the day, I picked.
You taking accountability.
I picked this person to have a relationship with. I picked this person to have children by. That was so. What do I need to learn about myself so that I pick wiser later on? Oh, I got to heal because when we go through traumatic, you went through, and I want to talk about it a little bit. You went through a traumatic thing. You know what I'm saying? 6, 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
When we go through trauma at a young age and we don't heal, it affects our decision making over time because it's trauma changes us. It changes our DNA.
Mm-hmm.
So then we start making choices to try to heal that trauma without even knowing it. Some people choose drugs, alcohol, sex, or whatever the case may be. So, like, I had cancer when I was 15.
Mm.
I grew up in a stable, 2-parent, functional, loving home.
And those are your identity, and you probably know this because you've been studying you've been studying this stuff. But when you're a teenager, those are your identity forming years. So
Right.
if you had an illness during your identity forming years, that could affect the way you are your whole life. You could think that something's wrong, like
Something about
something's
to
wrong
happen.
with me. Yeah, something's supposed to
I
happen.
always thought I was going to die early or like anything can happen tomorrow. So let me do everything crazy today because
Yeah.
I may not live to see tomorrow.
Yeah. Can we go to the comments?
Let's
Talk
see
to
what
the
they're going on.
people.
Now I want you to go into your story though, because people was asking. The actors, a motherfucker I have met. Oscar-winning actors. Facts.
Yeah.
Baby girl is a great co-host. Rena Molina.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, she the real
I be
deal.
wanting to tap in with the people.
Salute Charlie in peace. Lance McCombs.
West side.
Yeah, man. So tell everybody about your experience when we was on the porch. When you was on the porch that day I got shot. I know you told the story somewhat on a video that I posted on my page, but
Yeah.
like, for the people who be thinking I'm capping,
No, it's
um
no cap. It's no cap in
they
his rap at all. It's
yeah,
definitely happened. But what I wanted to really stress in my video was that it was a build up. Like it wasn't just something that just happened one day and our lives was changed forever. It was really a gradual thing because it was like signs leading up to it that it was like some crazy stuff going on, and we was getting mistreated. And as a kid, I didn't really understand. And I didn't realize it until I became an adult and I really got in therapy. But the way that I was treated by my quote unquote evil stepmom at the time, and that's still my brother's mom. So I don't be wanting to, even like bash her because I don't hate her or nothing like that. But the way we was treated leading up into that point was so traumatic that it kind of made me timid a little bit.
mm.
Like it made me kind of more reserved. It made me very timid. Not it made me kind of hold back because I'm like, if I say the wrong thing, she gonna hit me with an object. And one of my cousins called me the other day and talked about how she came over to spend the night with us, and girly got mad and started beating us. Remember the the tall crayon that we would put the coins in?
Yeah.
She was like, she started beating us with that. When you were gone, when you was gone, so much things would happen that she started beating us with the little crayon coin thing to the point where it broke in half. And she was like, I ain't want to come over no more after that. When I seen her beating y'all with that, like I ain't want to come over no more. And
Damn.
that was stuff like that was happening. It's stuff that I haven't even talked about. Like I got a mark on my shoulder to this day from her beating me with a spoon. Like I don't know what happened. We was in the kitchen. She pulled out a spoon and just started like hitting me, and it hit me on my shoulder. And I have a mark to this day on my shoulder from it. And I just be thinking like going through therapy, they pull that type of stuff out of you.
Mm.
And I just been thinking like how unhappy she must have been to be beaten on somebody else. You married to somebody and these are his kids, and you said that you gonna, be devoted to him and everything, and you treating his kids bad. So it was no surprise to me when y'all would have these arguments and she would just lose it, because that was the same way that she would act when you wasn't around to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so that day you came in and was really like, what's going on? Like they sitting in the house. It's a beautiful day outside.
Right.
You just sitting back in the room. And I really think that she was dealing with a lot of mental health issues too, because she would just sit in the room all day and we would just kind of have to like fend for ourselves until she was ready to interact with us. But you came back early or something happened where you came back and you seen it. He was like, what's going on? Why they not outside playing, enjoying the day? You back here like chilling, da da da. And that's when y'all started arguing. In my perspective of
Yeah.
it,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
y'all started arguing about us going outside to play. And the argument got so heated, and it was yelling going on. And then you was like, you told me and my sister that's right up under me, Nay, you was like, y'all go out, stand on the porch. Cause I don't know, you was holding Charlie and you was like, y'all go stand on the porch. So we on the porch just kind of standing there. The big door is open, but the screen door is still like the screen door.
Yeah.
And we was just looking at each other, me and Nay, we just kept looking, and we heard y'all yelling, and we just was like, what's going on in there? And then the next thing you know, we heard pop, bullet flies out the window right by me. It hits the ground. We look at each other. It's just quiet for like 60 seconds. Whole time you in there. The
Working.
whole time you
I
in
was in there
there.
working.
Yeah, and I'll never forget it. You came out, arm covered in blood, Charlie's face covered in blood. He's screaming to the top of his lungs. And I just remember you telling us to get in the car, get in the car. And we hop in the car. I hop in the front seat. You put Charlie in the back, and he was in a car seat at the time. So I remember Charlie's car seat was directly behind me. And then Nay was to my left. She was behind you. And you shut the door. First thing you did was call Nana.
Right.
And he was like, Nana, he was like, Mom, I can't believe it. She shot me in my effing arm. She shot me. She shot me. And I'm just crying, and I'm looking at you, and you just covered in blood. You done threw your kids in the car. Like I turn around, I look at Charlie. He's hollering, and he's got this like, I don't know why, but I always remember the way the blood streamed down Charlie's face.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
he
Because the
had
bullet
the bullet
skimmed his
grazed,
forehead.
yeah, the
Yeah.
bullet grazed his head, and the blood was like, it was like a stream down his face, and he was just crying, which is crazy to think that it just barely nipped his like.
Right. He still got the mark. Like it's right by his hairline. right by his hairline is the mark. When I line him up and I cut his hair, it's like still there, the mark where the bullet just talking about God, like it went through my arm, goes across his forehead, and then out the front window, you on one side and Ajane on the other, and it went in between y'all, the bullet, and then hit the ground. And then y'all looked at it like
we just watched it hit the ground, and then we look up 60 seconds later or so, you busting out the house. Like it just, I don't know. I always think about that day. Like, what if you never came out? Like, what if the gun never jammed? Like, we would have all been out of there.
yeah, that's it's when I look at how God, we all have our time. Like y'all, it wasn't y'all time. That's why the bullet went through y'all. It wasn't Charlie's time. That's why the bullet went across his head. So it was like, it wasn't my time. So because it wasn't our time, we still have a purpose. And y'all have experienced. And the thing about when we experience situations like this, what it opens us up to is another world of people who have also experienced trauma in their youth. So now we grow older, we get healed. And one regret that I have is that I wish I would have put y'all in therapy immediately. If I would have known, Kenya Barris, I talked about it earlier. He got shot. He did Blackish, a couple other TV shows. He was a producer. He got another show called whatever it is on Netflix. But he watched his mama shoot his daddy when he was 5. Shot his daddy in the stomach. And he said weeks after he saw his daddy get shot, his mama put him in therapy.
Yeah.
For like 10 years.
Yeah.
And I wish, and that's why I'm going to school now to be, a licensed therapist, because it's so taboo in our community. And he talked about how he didn't understand it at first, but to be able to talk about his feelings freely and get them out, it changed how he behaves in this world when you go through a childhood trauma. And it was like, at the end of the day, there's so many things that I wish y'all wouldn't have had to experience, because a lot of what y'all experienced was due to my choices as a father and as a man. And I'm just grateful that y'all are able to look at me and just forgive me, like, Dad, we love you.
Yeah.
You didn't mean, you know what I'm saying? You was young. You had us young. And that's why I'm always transparent with y'all. Like, what I did was stupid.
Yeah.
This was dumb. Don't do like me. I've never positioned myself to be like, look, I'm the man. Look, I did that. This is what I did. This is what it cost me. And I think for everybody listening, that's probably one of the greatest things you can give your children at age appropriate levels, is to sit down with them and be transparent.
Yeah.
This is what I did. This is what it cost me. Don't do that. These are the iniquities that's on the bloodline.
Yeah, you always gave us, you always would say, like, I'm gonna give y'all the benefit of my mistakes. When you old enough to understand what I'm telling you, I will tell you more. And it was just like, I couldn't wait to get older for you to tell me all of the things. Cause just based off of that alone, I was like, oh my God. But to kind of rewind, a year later, you was with somebody else. And that's why I
Facts.
was like,
I wasn't ready.
I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this new girl, this new chick, whatever. I don't like this. Like we were beginning to enjoy you again. And it was like, as soon as we really got to enjoy you again, you was with somebody else. And it was just like, she's.
I wasn't ready. Like, we got to take our time to heal. And that's kind of, where I'm at now, is just taking my time to heal. And I think I had to get into another situation, which you know about it. I don't talk too much about it, but I got into another situation, and it was chaotic, and she was at mental health concerns, and it was just like, but now I know what it looks like. Like, oh, this is insane. I'm out of this. Let me get away from this. You know what I'm saying? Like, some situations you can see we have the enemy don't do nothing new. He keeps tempting us with things that worked in the past.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you know something, when you know better, you got to do better. You know what I'm saying? But I think we really just got to when we work on healing ourselves and taking the time to be by ourselves, and then having a list of what your triggers are, what you will be bothered with and not bothered with. But then also, too, knowing, like, I want to talk about this dude. I want to get your thoughts on this. Because sometimes we be thinking that it's just this person is behaving in a new way, but really it's a husband. He caught his wife cheating on him. Right? This dog. So a year he's a photographer. He had a drone. He was married to his wife for 18 years. So he was suspecting of her cheating. So he had the drone camera follow her. and it followed her to a CVS where she hopped out and was kissing on this dude at the CVS. Right? Let me see what he said. He said this guy he was suspicions were confirmed when he saw his wife meeting up with a guy in an SUV in a parking lot of a local CVS drugstore. He said, "I was shocked." His wife, no, she said, "I was shocked." His wife Donna said, "I know he has a drone, but I never thought it would be used against me." He
Yeah,
showed
that's
her the
kind of
drone
smart.
video. Donna explained that it was just the beginnings of a flirtation that would never have developed into a full blown affair, but her husband found it hard to believe her. When you catch somebody, that's not their first time doing it.
Right.
She been getting hit at
Talking about it
CVS.
wouldn't have been a full blown thing if he didn't believe her. Girl,
So do you
please.
think, here's my question to you, and how in reference to how we think, how we pick. Do you think that those habits and traits was in her before he even married her?
Yeah. It's always there. Loyalty is something that can't be bought at the store. And if she don't got that, 20-year, like, I be really talking to Nana and Papa, like really trying to ask them questions and really trying to figure out, because they about to celebrate their 50-year
Yeah,
anniversary
yeah, yeah,
this
yeah. She
this
talking about my
summer.
parents. They be married this summer is 50 years.
Yeah, they about to celebrate their 50 years, and I be talking to them and really picking their brain. And she was just like, I love Papa more now than I did when we first met. Like when you've been through all these phases of life with somebody and you grow old with somebody and you really genuinely love that person from the very beginning,
Mm.
you love them more as you go on. So you almost 20 years in and you at CVS with some dude, like you never really, that was always in you from the very beginning to, and she was probably already doing stuff and she just never got caught. That's really how it be. Like,
She, you think she was getting hit at the reception by
she
one of the
was
groomsmen?
she was giving an eye to somebody at the wedding and was
Yeah.
like,
And I'm the kind of guy who, when I'm in an establishment, I'll notice her. Like,
mm-hmm.
I'll see her like,
You
wow,
see that? What's
she's,
that?
what
But
is
see,
that?
no problem.
Who's the dirt
You
bag?
be wanting to explore. Like, well, tell me more about that. Like, well, what's going on with that? Well,
I
let's talk
promise
about
you,
it.
just
Like,
invite me to
no.
any party or establishment anywhere if you want to know who the dirtbag broads are, because I spot them out immediately. Like, oh, it's her. Oh, who, she's married to the CEO? Oh, she's the ratchet. I can smell it on
She
her.
going.
She's the one that's
She's
going.
going.
If anywhere in the world, if you want to tell who's going, bring me into the room. I can see it immediately. Like, oh my God, it's
That's
girly.
embarrassing, though. That's embarrassing because some people, they get around you and they can't contain themselves, and that's when me and my sister, me and Nay, we get to. That's when we get to joking and laughing
Man,
and being.
they be they be doing the most, and I'm like, so it's you. I like what Corey Holcomb said. He said, "Men, you don't have to do a whole lot when you go somewhere." He said, "The hoe is going to reveal herself. She'll do something where it's like, oh,
Every
okay, you
time.
know what I'm saying." But what
I
I've
be
learned,
scared about the undercover hoes. They scare me. The ones
undercover
that can
hoes,
kind of mask it a little bit, but they still a little skeezy on the low low. Like, they scare
Lolo
me.
skeezies. I think you got to let them live their best life. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what I've learned is I can't help what I attract, but I can help what I allow to be close to me. Like, just
Mm,
because you attract somebody, it took me years to understand. Just because you attract somebody, don't mean you let them in your inner circle. So
yeah.
I may attract skeezies and quality rats when I go places.
Quality rat.
Quality
But
rats.
no, it's just a rat. Like, ain't no quality. It's just you just a
I'm
rat.
like, you stay over there. I can't
You
let
don't
you
let them
close to
in.
me no more. You got to stay over there. So Dog said he started to miss her over time. He said he's tired of looking at his empty spot on the couch. He said, I really miss her. I feel like we can give it another chance. Last week, he asked Donna to move back in. Dog wants Donna back in the house, even though she's getting smacked in the
You're so
CVS.
unserious. Carry
Donna,
on.
Donna, are you for real? So let me say this. Let me share this story. I'm at a shoe store in Rancho. What's the name of that mall in Rancho? The outside mall.
Oh, Victoria Gardens.
I'm at Victoria Gardens at a shoe store. Me, Eyes, and Fred.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in there buying some shoes, and I'm feeling skeezer energy. Like, what is that?
What?
Laughing too hard. You know, I'm like, whoa, this is, and she had some framework. She had a little wagon. She was pretty, but it
Was she
was,
black or white? What was she?
she was Hispanic.
Okay.
And I'm like, what is this? I need to
Then let's
see.
explore it. There
Let's
you
explore.
go.
This is years
There you
ago.
go.
This is years ago. I was like, let me just explore. So I buy the shoes. I get her number. You know what I'm saying? And we conversing back and forth. But all the time, I can tell like she's playing a role. How she talking to me and what I feel and sense is two totally different things. So I finally got into it. Like, what kind of pics and videos you got in your phone? I just went right to it. I asked her. I said, what kind of pics? What do you mean? I said, you know exactly what I mean. And then she sent, he sent like a booty pic. I was like, this is cool, but I'm feeling that there's more. So what you talking about? I was like, do you have any videos in your phone of you, performing? She didn't waste no time. She sent a video of her giving a dude dome. She sent a video of her. Yeah, it was there. I knew look, when I smell it, I know it's there. She sent me a video of her giving a dude some dome. She sent me her video, okay, her getting smacked. And she said, this is why I'm thinking about the CVS situation. She said, I have a boyfriend. She said, but every now and then I'll meet dudes at the CVS parking lot because my boyfriend watches everything I'm doing. She said, I'll meet dudes at CVS and, we'll have sex in their car. And she said, this video I'm sending you, I let him finish in me. And I watched the video like, oh, wow, for real?
You watched it on your
I watched my flip phone gets videos. And when I tell you, I was like this with that boy, like, oh, man. For real? You got any more? I'm talking about I got like, this is the same night. She must have sent me about 8 videos. I was like, oh, man, this is incredible. And then,
OnlyFans, like,
but she was living her life. She was living her best life. She was young. She was probably like 22, 23. She was young. She was living her best life. And I'm saying that to say when these dudes be getting with these chicks and they think I'm the only one, I'm the boyfriend, you might want to check on what she's doing at CVS.
It's because they start smacking too early and all they can see is box, box, box. It becomes lust. You're not even seeing this. You breezing through the red flags.
Facts.
You breezing through who she really is because you just want to smack.
Facts. Yeah, you gotta, because you end up developing a soul tie too soon. What y'all on? He said Freakazoid Charlie at it again. Dog probably think he had a winner. Yeah, for real.
That's what I'm saying.
CVS cracking like this. CVS be cracking. I'm gonna tell y'all what else be cracking for side runs is Starbucks. I deliver to some Starbucks. At least I only work a few days a week, but my truck, I deliver all the products to Starbucks. So this was last year. I'm dropping off some stuff at a Starbucks, and I see this beautiful black woman walk inside. She got to be like 5'10". You know what I mean? No wagon, though. It was really upsetting. Just flat in the back. Huge cans, but a long back and a short crack, but no wagon.
Long back and a short crack?
Long back, short crack, no wagon, but huge cans. But her swag was on 10 when she was walking in. I didn't even say nothing to her because it was just like how she was walking. So she walked in. She had to be in her 30s. When I tell you, she sat down with an old dude who was in his like 60s, who barely spoke English, like an Italian dude. And they're trying to put pieces together. She's writing down words. He writing down words. I'm watching the whole. First of all, I'm intrigued by dirtbag exchanges, right? So I'm looking at this like, oh, this is like a run. This is like an oldie. This is like a escort prostitute type run. It goes down at Starbucks, man. I watched the whole exchange happen. I'm listening. I'm delivering stuff, watching, and she's touching his hand, and he's just, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yes, my man then bought some Nubian box, and he probably was in the comment in the chats like, you have to have no butt, huge cans, slant back Seville. It goes down at Starbucks, dog, and CVS. CVS.
Oh my God.
So Was you on Figueroa? No. This was in Michigan. I wasn't in Figueroa. It goes down on Figueroa too. It goes down in, is that Rancho or Ontario? I was just in Rancho. It goes down in parts of Rancho too on what street is that? It's some streetwalkers.
Oh yeah.
Rancho,
I
Ontario
used to go
area.
get fabric out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
Quality.
Yeah, it's like that over there for
It's
sure.
some quality. No, we're not quality.
It's like that in Dallas too, where I get fabric. Apparently, people like to walk the street where I like to go buy fabric, but it's like that on Harry Hines. That's our Dallas street where
Harry
it
Hines
goes
is where the
down.
streetwalkers
Harry
is.
Hines. They have big signs that say prostitution is illegal.
And dudes be out there getting it done.
It's crazy.
Shout out to you if you. So let me get into another shout out to you if you picking up streetwalkers. Never been into picking up streetwalkers, by the way. So Merrick Yako, right? He's 47 years old. Caught his wife cheating through the baby monitor. I want to get y'all's opinion on this. A furious husband caught his wife cheating after hearing her with another man through a baby monitor, the court heard. Merrick Fecko, strong name, Fecko, heard his wife's infidelity over the baby monitor linked to his phone while at work. Angered by his wife's unfaithful actions, he sped home to confront his wife and her lover before threatening the unnamed man with a knife. First of all, let's address what's not being said. He heard what was going on, left work and went home. Dog was still performing when he got to the house, which means my man had penis control. He didn't spray. All he heard in the microphone, the baby monitor, was her yelling and getting smacked. And my man left work and it was still going on. He must have
that's crazy.
He took a gas station boner pill or he popped a honey pack and was smacking girl. So apparently what she did is she thought she cut the baby monitor off, but it was still on. And my man's heard his wife.
He was on the app.
He was on the app. He heard his wife's cheeks getting clapped.
Oh, no.
He went home. He got a knife. Now, here's my thing again. If somebody is exhibiting that type of behavior with the baby at the crib sleep.
You was always that girl.
You was always that girl.
You was always
that It was girl. In you from the beginning. That's what I'm saying. Why we pick. Because we pick somebody. We ignore certain things because the soul tie. You establish a soul tie by having sex too soon, and the sex is good, then it'll make you ignore the red flags or phone going off at 1, 2 in the morning, or his phone. We get too close too soon. But what happens if you just wait? Or let's just say you smack 1 or 2 times and then you say, you know what? I really want to try to do the right thing. What does it look like for us to not have sex for 6 months? And if it falls apart in 6 months, it was never based on a real relationship. It was based on that smacking. He went home and got a knife and pulled that boy out. Was like, I'm going to stab both of y'all. Like, she was already stabbing her, dog. What do you mean?
Wait, what? He went and what?
So when he got to the house, he grabbed a knife to try to stab the lover and the wife. He didn't end up doing it, but he got like 120 hours of community service. But I'm saying he's too late to try to stab her. She was already getting stabbed.
Late, yeah.
She was already getting stabbed. My man, you're too late.
Dang. Yeah, y'all got to think with this one, not that one.
It's too late. Well, here's another one. David George and Sarah Halstead. You ever heard of these people? This is incredibly interesting. David George and Sarah Halstead. So this dude, he was 59 years old. His fiance was 48. He married her right after she was acquitted from murdering her 4th husband. So she was on trial. Yeah, she was on trial for murdering her 4th husband. Got acquitted, and then he married her. So he was her 5th husband.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's a huge rip. She must have had some incredible box for him to ignore the fact, like, listen, he must have been talking to her when you get through this trial.
These girls be knowing. They be knowing they power, man.
They be knowing. You say they be knowing?
They be knowing. They know. They know what they could do to a dude.
Yeah, so
they do it.
So apparently she has a trail of several dead bodies that she was able to be acquitted from. So he had to know right after, like, you can't hide that. Right after the trial, right after she was acquitted, he married her, and then he ended up getting killed.
He died
Yes, he
too.
died.
What
Shout out to
happened?
let's get into his grits here. David
Oh,
George.
she went by Becky. Died of a heart valve problem.
No, okay, so he didn't die. She died. Okay. I was about to say
She died.
mhm, Becky
Oh,
Combs
she had
was
a heart valve
she had a
problem.
heart valve problem.
Ain't that ironic?
That's crazy. Just said on her death, Becky Combs. Okay, so I guess he married her, but they was having all these issues or whatever, blah blah blah. And damn.
That's
At the end of the day,
crazy.
you just got to be careful how you pick, man. You got to be careful how you pick these people with a past, these people with stuff going on. You got to be careful when you have
Meet
these.
their family, all of that.
Man, listen. I'm on what I'm on now. You got to show me a picture of when you was young with both of your parents in the photo. If you can't show me that, I don't want to talk to
That's
you.
not fair because
Yes,
I
it is.
don't have that.
There is a picture of me, you, and your mama together when you're little.
Where?
You got to ask your mama.
She don't got it.
Yes, she do. There's a picture of me, you, and your mama together.
I ain't never seen that one day in the 28 years of living.
Okay, well, my stand, I don't know how you what your standards are, but I'm talking about mine based on what I chose. If you can't show me a picture of your mom, you got pictures of me in your life when you little, or at
Yeah.
least your dad. Show me a picture of you and your daddy together at age 4, 12, and 15.
I
If you
got
can't
that.
show me that, I think it even kind of boils down to friendships. Some of the friendships that I've had that fell apart, they didn't have fathers like I had.
Wow.
Most of the relationships that I've had that fell apart, they didn't have fathers like I had, and the way we handle conflict is different. Like how many times me and you have gotten into it several times, but what I've learned from my strong father is who you are and what you do is two totally different things.
Yeah.
So we get into it about what you've done. Still love you though. Let's go get ice cream,
Right.
and
Right.
that's how I
That's how
feel
we
like
move on.
that's how men are supposed to behave. But a man who has not been raised with a strong, present, loving father, like my dad was never on drugs, never on alcohol. He was always present, God fearing man. So it's like what I mean by present, like being in the crib. What do you say? She ain't got no back to. If two people could establish that they're going to wait for 6 months and build their lives, could change for the better or for sure. That's what I'm saying. My dog said, "Do Caitlin Clark look
I
transgenderish?"
ain't gonna lie. I was just on this fashion page
She got a
and they
strong
did
neck.
they did some coverage on her look, and I what was you saying?
She got a strong look.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm saying what my list is now.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying. Like picture your father in your life. I grew up around strong men. There's a way we handle conflict as strong men. So now I'm looking at it when I get into a conflict with another man that I'm friends with, and we fall out over the pettiness. I'll be looking like, who raised you, dog?
Yeah.
Just because we having a contentious conversation don't mean we can't be cool.
Hmm.
Because the men that I saw growing up and how they interacted with me and how strong men interacted with each other, we're gonna get down where we mad at here. Now let's go get something to eat. We still cool, but
Hmm.
we're not gonna fall out. We gotta handle this issue and not fall out. But not, I've gotten into contentious situations with people, and it's like they don't even want to answer the phone no more. Or they don't,
Yeah.
it's like, come on, dog.
Sensitive.
Dogs, y'all, man, you gotta stop being sensitive, man. Your estrogen levels is way too high.
It's a lot of men that be tapped into that feminine energy from being around it so much.
Dogs is out here getting hit.
It's
You
kind
be
of bothering me
you
a
might
little
be you
bit.
might have to go through that man's phone and see what kind of photos and videos is
Hey,
in
you will
there.
be surprised. You'll be
Dog
surprised.
is opening it up to the pink, getting hit. Yeah, show me your whole portfolio from birth to now. Ain't fitting to have me checking necks every morning. Hey man, I'm saying even now when you dealing on this transgender, like people can change they birth certificates. Show me a picture when you was 3. You were late with
No, that's
pigtails.
real. That's real.
4, 5. You 45 with no kids?
So I've been spending a lot of time in Atlanta lately, and it's very shocking. The things that's going on.
Man, they getting bone reconstructive surgery on
I'm
their
like,
cheekbones.
they could really change it to be a something else. Like they could really change the whole
You
thing.
clapping in that fake box, wondering why you can't have no kids. You know what I'm saying? And then you like, dang, why you can't get pregnant? She don't even have a womb.
It's not a she.
You shooting in a hole. You shooting in a man-made hole.
Black hole.
You shooting in a black hole. Or she always wants you to hit that donut. Like, man, why I gotta always hit the donut? Why can't I have the real box? No, in the booty this time, James. James is in that tailpipe, truffle buttered out. James Truff Butter.
But that goes to, like you were saying, not being in that lust vibe and really getting to know that person and taking your time. When you take your time with it, that's when you see what it really is.
Facts machine.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I love y'all, but I got this sandwich waiting for me.
Yeah, it's 2 hours anyhow. We get ready to punch out. So it was all love, man. Focus smacking 45 minutes in. Side dude, where y'all at? Need that chromosome test?
That's sad that it even gotta get down to that though. Like,
man. Hey man, when you get a chance, check out the website, man. iamcharlienewhart.com. Live shows coming soon, merch on there. You know what it is, man. We can let them know where they can find you at,
yeah,
Jeff.
thank y'all for tuning in. My Instagram is bossangel _ BOSSANJEIL after my name. You know,
hey man, don't be getting in my daughter's chat doing nothing weird because she gonna tell me. What was the dog's name from Craig Facts that kept going and kept saying stuff about you? Oh, what was his name? He was a super weirdo.
My DMs have been so crazy lately. I don't even open them no more. Most of them, I don't even open them no more unless it's like really some business or whatever. But I don't really even. I leave people on unread these days.
Good. And this is the person who's running my Instagram too, so that's why I don't get none of the messages because she filters all my messages for me.
So if you a skeezer and you trying to slide, I'm watching you.
Yeah, she's watching.
And I'm gonna delete you also and unfollow and block.
Yeah. I think I'm doing good now, man. I got really dope people around me. You know, I don't have 20 skeezies. I got some really solid.
One or two. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's just one. I just got one.
It
ain't even. She's not even a skeezy. I got one. She 100. You know what I'm saying? We talk all the time. Joke, clown, laugh. I love her spirit. I love her energy. You know what I'm saying? And I just love the fact that we kind of taking it slow. But she, you know, she got pictures when she young with her parents.
Tell me about this one. You have to click off.
Click off. Yeah. Hey man, appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I love y'all because I love myself. All right.